Kat from Creative Crafts, and today's tip of the day is what do we do with garden fences? Plastic, durable? If you want to know, watch further. So what you're going to need is you're going to need at least 2 of these garden fences. They're very cheap. I paid €1.49 for this, and this was in Woolworths here in Germany. But I'm sure you can find this in any Bauhaus, not Bauhaus, what is it in English now? Hardware shop. Been here too long, like I said before. You need to cut them up. And you're going to need to make 4 of these pieces. You're going to need 6 of these curled tops. You can see that they're up here on this piece. You're going to see right away what exactly. You need some of these pointy things on them. You need 5 of these. 2 of these pieces cut like this. 6 of these little curls. 2 of these. You can make your design any way you want. This is what I'm doing for mine. So you need 2 of these. From when you do some project with picture frames, you don't use the back. I'm going to use the back so I can use the hook, so I can use to hang. And then a cardboard piece, 2 of them glued together. Size is 15 centimeters on both sides, totally square. You need one of those. And 4 rows of the diamond strings, measured the same distance of the board because you need that. I have bought this sticky paper, mirror sticky paper. It was very cheap. I have a whole roll so I can use it for a lot of projects. Small piece, same. A little bit bigger. It's about 16 centimeters each side because you need it to go over a little. And then you need a chrome effect spray because you're going to spray paint these. You don't have to. You can leave it this color. You can also take some white paint and go over it slightly. Maybe I'll do that. Who knows? That's also a good idea. So you can use this or use the white paint to make it look like it's these antique kind of wood. And you need a glue gun and glue sticks. Those are the items that you have. I will put a list below, and also during this, each item that I will say I showed you, you'll see the number on the side of it anyway. So there you go. This is all the items you need. It takes a while to cut all the pieces. Don't get all discouraged because you can fix it the way you want. You don't have to follow my way. So let's get started. If you have a Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, you could always follow me on mine. As you can see there, I'll have the link below. And let's get to the first step. The first major step is gluing everything together. I would suggest to actually first glue these 4 pieces on there. You want to glue it like this. You see how it's pretty, it's perfect across here. This is what you want. You want it the same, so you have all 4 here. So what we're going to do is take our trusty glue gun. Make sure you have some glue on the side. I would actually, what do I want to do? I'll put it on this first. I'll just rather put it on the cardboard. Like I said, I used 2 pieces of cardboard to make it thicker. And if you want, you could also take a cutting board. These are our little breakfast boards. And I'm going to turn this around. And then I'm going to stick it on there. Make sure they're totally flat. And then make sure it's even. And then put put a little bit of pressure and hold it for a little bit. Don't worry about it sticking onto here. Make sure when you're working with hot glue, you be careful that you don't burn yourself because it's very hot. I burned myself several times. I still do. Make sure you don't have anything cloth underneath it because it sticks to cloth very well. If you use a plastic piece of plastic plate or anything that is plastic, it would be easier, you know, to remove it. Glass is even better because the hot glue doesn't really stick to glass. Not so well. So now we did this piece. As you can see, it's still probably a little hot. So now we're going to turn this around and do this corner. So what I'm going to do is stick the glue on the cardboard, not on the plastic. Go all the way across. Make sure you get enough on it. And what I usually do is when I use this, I make sure I move it a little bit so it doesn't really stick to the plastic. It helps. Don't worry about how it is here across here, because you're gonna stick that plastic piece on it. But I want to get all this stuff together first. Don't worry about when you cut it, these ends here, the parts where you cut, it kind of looks not funny, but here, I'll show you like here. Once you get the whole thing together and then paint it, you see how it is here? Don't worry about that. Once you put it all together and paint it, no one's not going to really notice it. And if it disturbs you, you can always cover it, like I said, with these little diamond strips if you want, or little pieces of you know, little diamonds and stick them across like this. You could do that too. Anything you want. You can also put some glue on it when you're done with everything and then paint it. It's your choice. So let's do the next one. So like I said, move it a little bit so it doesn't stick to the plastic underneath if you want. Nope, still needs some more time. You don't want it to let fall to the floor when you have something that over on something and then let it go down, because it'll come tilted. You don't want it tilted, you want it straight. So now we do the next one. Don't worry about the little glue strings. You can take care of it later. So the next step is this side here. It's not really stable, so you have to be really careful. You're going to fix that later. You'll see what we'll do later to make it more stable. So put this down and put the glue on it. And then put your little piece here on. Like I said, you're going to move it a little bit to make sure the glue's not sticking to the plastic piece. See, it's not sticking, so that's good. So, and then you have these 4 pieces like this. So what we're going to do is, now we can do this because it shouldn't stick. I would suggest to put a plastic piece on here, or a big piece of wood, whatever, not cloth. I'm sure this is going to get stuck everywhere. But wherever I'm going to use the glue, I'm going to use this little plate here. So first thing first, just lift up. So I'm gonna need this here because I gotta take one of my the curved ones right here, and I'm gonna stick it like this. This is what we're gonna do. So what you can do is, where's my knife? See, it peels right off, so it's really better to use something like this. See how it peels right off? This is what you're going to need, something like this, where you're going to be gluing. So what I'm going to do is put the glue on here on these two ends. So, and then I want to do this. Make sure you have it the same length, and like I said before, you have to make sure you move it and hold it at the same time so that the glue really doesn't stick too much onto it. So this is good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick a little glue up here on top. I'm going to spray paint it anyway, so you're not going to really notice this. And let that cool. I have a suggestion. I recommend that you remember where you want to put your pieces. If you don't remember where you want to put your pieces, then you're going to have to be creative to do what you want. You can also just cut everything up and you say, okay, I'm going to use everything as I go. As you see, I did this on this side. I want to put one on this side. And I want to take these and put them down here. I have two of them. So it's going to go like this. I don't know if you can see it. Let me move this over. Let's do the bottom part first. This is the bottom. This here is the bottom. This is what I want. The top is going to be a little bit more. So I'm going to glue these parts to here. So this is what I want to do, is take my board, try to peel off any extra glue on your board so you have the room to move it around, because if you have the glue still sitting on it, you can't use it. It up a little bit so you know that it's even Steven. And I'm just going to glue some here like this and then stick it downwards. I think the best bet is just to glue it here on the side. Make sure you have enough glue there. You know it's going to drip down, so you still need to have the board there. You wait until it cools. And that goes on top. you can see what I did here. Let me go up higher. No, higher. And then turn it a little bit. So you can see what I did here. This is exactly what I did. I end up not putting the things where I actually wanted to put it because I forgot the design. Should have took a picture, but I didn't. But I think everything happens for a reason. I think this looks great. Now we gotta wait for it to all dry, and then we go to the next step, or cool down. So as you see here, I did spray it silver. I first did try to paint it white. I added the video to it to show you the two different looks. I didn't like the way it looked with the white, so I decided to spray paint it silver. And now the next step is putting this here, over this part here. Try not to bend that area too much. You don't want to do that. Just find an area where you see that it's lifted. This stuff is a little bit thicker than that sticky tape. Or they use it for cabinets, inside cabinets and stuff like that, cover wood blocks, whatever. This is a little bit thicker because it's actually a mirror. Almost like a mirror. Gives you that effect. But now I gotta... There we go, got it. You see? Make sure you got it in the place where you want it to be, because once you start sticking it, you have to go downwards so there's no air bubbles. And if you see, okay, this is not how I want it, you can lift it. It's still very tacky, and then move it around. I think this is how it's supposed to be. A little... Okay, it's supposed to be like that. Here we go. And then just go across like this. And now it's time to add the bling that I wanted to add to it. So what we could do is just go like this. This will melt that anyway down. Because that's what you want in the first place. And then you stick that directly on it. Make sure it's straight. Press it down. And then if it doesn't seem right, it seems a little off, you can move it around until the glue is actually cooled. I would do that. Then I also have these little sticker diamonds that I bought. I'm just going to stick them in some areas where I don't like where the glue is. So I'm going to stick the big ones over here. And then the smaller ones. They're sticky anyway, but I'd just rather do this. These are the really tiny ones. I mean, there are smaller ones, but this is the smallest I'm going to get right now. That was gonna happen. Turn it around. There you go. I turned it around because I decided I wanted to add some LED lights. They're battery run. I just want to stick some on the back here. So, and they come like this, and it has sticky tape on it. If you notice here, look, they're a little blue. I think they look cool. Then you just take the sticker off. And you stick it around the whole sides. Actually, I could go like this. That's better. Yeah, that's better. And go like this. Come on. And what I could do is take this and just go like, bend it a little bit. I can put it together and then stick it here. See how that looks? Hang up the wall. What I want to do is add a little glue here to keep it from moving. Same thing goes for this area. we'll just add some glue in certain areas just to make sure that it stays in place. Lucky me, I have fingernails. So now we need to find a place to stick this. Make sure you find the area that you're going to stick the pack on. It's pretty much secured and covered. What we could do is probably stick it like this, so it's easier for me to turn it off and on. So let's see if this works. Then we'll turn it around and put something here to cover it. So here it is, I finished it. I think it looks good where it is. I put the lights on. Let me shut the lights off here. There you go. I should have put more lights on it. I got only a small set. I didn't think I needed such a big one. But it still looks nice. I can always get a bigger one and then take that one off and put a bigger one on. But you don't have to put one on it. But this is the finished project. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions or comments, please write them below. And also let me know what you think. How does it look? Does it look good? Should I have done something else? I would love to hear from you all if what's going on and what you think. If you haven't subscribed yet, please press the button below. And on the side of it, there's a little bell. If you want to get notifications on all my videos that come out, press that little bell and you will get a notification every time I put a video out. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it and thank you for watching. Bye.